Hello, and welcome to my video. This is a this is a video that is aimed for people who are not too good at using Audacity or just want to know the basics. So, assuming that you don't really know much about Audacity as a program, let's just get our audio in here because some people don't even know how to do that. Simply press File, go to Import, press Audio, then it just automatically brings me to my music track. I have it just saved. I have the audio saved under quick access. Wherever you have your audio saved, just click that. So now we have our thing. It's a bit zoomed in, so as a suggestion, pressing Control and scroll wheel, you can zoom in and out. Now let's listen to the audio, pressing the space bar. Not space bar. Well, actually, it can be. Please subscribe. Alright, now listen to that again, but this time, this is the end section. You see that click? A simple way to get rid of the click is select this section, go to edit, and press delete. Now, if we go to the front, please subscribe. See, it's not there. Now let's go to something more generally used. If I go to change pitch, quite obvious. Just use this or type the percent you want by itself in order to change it by that much. We're going to use 23, but why not?
Please subscribe.
You see? Pretty simple. And we're going to change speed. It's the same type of setting. We're going to get into this stuff in later tutorials, but for right now, this is all we really need to know. And look.
Please subscribe.
It's slightly slower. Isn't that great? But for something a bit more tricky, we go to echo. These are the default settings. Personally, let me explain what they really mean. First of all, let's get out of this. To use echo effectively without it sounding weird, I suggest for longer pieces of audio, only use the end section. It just makes it sound more realistic and less obnoxious. So we're gonna go here, go to our echo, and simply, we could press OK, which we will. Now let's listen to it.
Subscribe. Please subscribe.
You see, the audio section here is a bit too short, so we're going to bring in another audio section. One that's a bit longer and it should be easier. We're going to use the song Deluge Sandstorm because I don't know why.
Deluge Sandstorm.
This is another test I made for the sake of the video, but this one's a bit longer, so echo can be heard better. We're just going to put this section. We're going to go back to the effects, go to echo, there, and now if you thought that was a bit weird, it makes sense. Here's a good tip to make audio just sound better. After using an echo, I highly suggest selecting the very end area, going to effects, and fade out. And now, if we listen, that sounds a lot more natural. We'll go into smoothing things out a bit later. But yeah, you can also do the same thing for fade in. Oh, silly me, forgot to select the area. If we do that, go here, fade in. Now, the echo effect sounds a bit too funky. It's a bit too strong, sorry. In order to go back, simply press these arrows. Oh, there we are. Now, let me explain a bit more in depth on echo, because for basics, you might want to know how echo works a bit more than speed. Because really, for speed, all you really need is the bar. But for echo, you might need a bit more. Let me explain what these two things do. The K factor basically indicates how much of a second will be used to go from 100% volume to 0% volume when it gets echoified. And delay time is how many seconds until it makes an echo. Personally, if you want to make a weaker effect, I recommend using 2 and 0.2. Now if we listen.
Sandstorm.
It's there, but very low. Anyway, so if we just press Control A again, it selects everything. Very useful. Now, for something that might be needed a bit more every time you go in here is if you want to be a funny boy and go into make YouTube poops, use distortion. Now, if you're only using this for the sake of making the clip sound stupid, just mess with the settings until it sounds funny. If you just want to be stupid, like this. Isn't that funny? But seriously, just mess around with it until it sounds right, the level of stupidity. Anyway, let's get back to this. Alright, so you may notice that there seems to be this arrow down here. This will show you a little bit more stuff down here. It's all alphabetized, yes, I can speak English. But they're two separate categories. For the sake of this beginner video, we're only going to talk about one thing in this category. It's going to be the low pass filter, right under the high pass filter. Oh, how convenient. What this basically does is muffle it. Now, in order to muffle it, it won't muffle it alone. Now, you have to do that, and you have to start getting to these tools, which I'll speak in a second about them. Let's just reverse all changes. So we have a default Deluge Sandstorm. So we have the default one there. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about just one more thing, this basic one. Oh no, where is it? Oh no, I did a stupid. Oh, there it is. Reverb. Before we even touch all this, using the default settings can get you decently far. But let me explain what reverb is itself. Now, if you were to record yourself saying, please subscribe to wobbs in a little room, a medium-sized room, in a big room, it might sound the same to you, but if you record it, then play it back, it'll sound slightly different. Reverb in this program attempts to, give the same effect by room size, like how much does the wall dampen it, like the tone matters a bit, and just how wet and dry the air is. Basically, we're not going to get into the specifics of this. All you have to know is that it's here and it's going to be important in case you want to make it sound identical to somebody's setup. Let's just use the default one. Now that wasn't a lot of change, but reverb isn't meant to be super drastic. It's just meant to be a little thing to help, help bring the whole sound together. Now that we've gone to all the general stuff you'll need to know in the effects tab, we're gonna go here, this. Now, for the whole video, I've been using this one, which selects audio, but there's other ones. There's this, which is an easy way to control audio. If you do this, it's much quieter. And here's a good thing about it. If you do this, you can make specific parts quieter, louder, or fade from louder to quieter. We're going to explain the specifics of those in a more non-basic video. I guess that's the best way I can explain that. Anyway, let's just... Yep. Now, if we combine that by pressing Control A, once again, trust me, you could want to know what Control A does. It's such a good use of time. If we go here, press this, not scroll wheel, that won't work. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid, sorry. It's low pass filter. If you do that, press that. Now in this clip, it doesn't sound too noticeable, but basically if you do that, do this, and have a second audio thing, which I will describe briefly, a second audio down here to fuse it with, it'll sound like a muffled thing in the background. Make it quiet enough. So we got that. Now we got this. this doesn't really do too much, and you don't really need it. So I don't really recommend doing this. This one is also something I don't recommend. Because if you use control and scroll wheel, it works the same. This basically, control and short wheel and scroll wheel are basically a shortcut to this. This just lets you drag. Not very useful. This is just all of them in one. You can select, you can mess with audio levels, and you can, well, not really. It's mostly the two that you're going to use the most combined together. I personally use them individually to not mess up myself. So let's go back. Let's go back to the original sound. We're going to use this to remove a sound. And once again, you've already seen the import process, but we gotta do it again. So we're back here. Use control, scroll wheel, down. You're gonna learn that if it's the last thing I do. Here, you duplicate, it's pretty obvious what it does. This also has copy and paste, which is you select this by holding Control C, and then in your selected area, you press Control V. Well, there you are. You have 2 subscribes to Wobbs. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Isn't it wonderful? You've already seen how you can delete stuff, but if you press Control K, you can also delete stuff. Shortcuts will be your best friend in this program, as because of all these drop-down menus, multiple clicks, it makes it much easier to do it like that. Anyway, the last thing we're going to get into today is fusing audio files. Basically, what you want to do is go to import again when you already have something here. And let's see, what should we put in here? I know, the original answer. So now we got both of them play at the same time. Please subscribe. Now, and just a general tip, if you're trying to use audio, I recommend making one of them much weaker. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make this much quieter. Wait, tip, if you have multiple soundtracks, you press Control A, it'll select all of them. But if you use this tool, it only selects the stuff in the row you're doing it in. So if you go into effects, it's a low pass filter, which is surprisingly useful. Do it again. Maybe make it a tiny bit quieter. And one more thing, let's see. What if we slow it down significantly? Where is it? Yeah, I might know a bit about this program, but I can never find things. We're just gonna change the speed. Okay, maybe we have to change the speed a bit more. Alright, so we did that. So let's listen to it now. Now, in this instance, it's not too useful, but it's more of a thing to show you that you can have stuff in the background very easily and have it kind of fade out. And let's say that, you know what, you love hearing subscribe to Wobbs with your Darude Sandstorm. If you go here, press export. You can use any file, any one of these. I personally use MP3, but if you're using it for a program, like a video game, you should use OGG. Wave if you really want to, but I prefer MP3. So we're going to call it test 2. And that's how you export it. No, if you have multiple tracks here, it'll export them all as one file. And well, there you are. You have the beginner crash course on Audacity. Hope you have liked the video. Please subscribe to this dying channel because I haven't uploaded anything since September. And all those videos have been privated because I think they're completely awful. No, enjoy.